I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now.
As you may know, I'm trying to become the heaviest marathon runner. So I decided to make a review video that shows the progress throughout 2024. One thing that's interesting to me is that on a month-to-month basis when you're running, it looks like the progress is really slow. Maybe you go up half a mile an hour, or you might even struggle for a couple weeks at a time. But when you look at the whole year in review, you'll see much more drastic changes, and that's where you really want to see the changes, because that's going to show what's happening over time, and that's where you're going to see better results. If you're not getting better over a 1 year period, then obviously you're doing something wrong. But it's always good to look at it in the longer perspective over the course of an entire year, because that's going to show you if you're making progress in the long term. I only started running in about June of this year, so it's not even a recap for the entire year, just the last 6 months of it. The most noticeable change was with my running, which makes sense because I'm trying to become a marathon runner, but it was very drastic. When I first started running, I would struggle to run at 5 miles an hour, which is very slow for anyone's pace, but I was just getting into it. By the end of the year, I could run about as easily for about 10 miles an hour. Never actually finished the mile, but it feels like very easy running. I can do it for interval training. You know, run it for 2.5 or 3 minutes and then walk for 3 minutes. I've also come very close around the full mile, but I always had issues whenever I tried doing it. So I'm running about 2 times faster than when I actually started 6 months ago. Probably run a mile in about 6 minutes now, a little bit more. But I only need to get down to 5 and then prolong that for the 26 miles. I also said that I'm going to get a lot stronger, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see great progress in that area, maybe a little bit over the course of the year, but that was not the primary goal. And I do have bad arms. One of them's from 7 surgeries and the other one just gets pain sometimes lately. I don't really know what's wrong with it. But I am still getting a little bit stronger. I still feel good, but that's not the main goal. That's just something I'm doing on the side also, so I can have strength as well as endurance. My weight also did not change. I probably started the year at about 185 pounds. I'm about 185 pounds now. So that's the same. I am trying to get my weight up, but I do have an entire year and a half before the main race. So I do have time to build it up, and it does help to actually improve my running first, and then I can also do the weight later on when I'm in better shape for it. Might be difficult with how many miles they'll be running, but I think I can make it work. Just eat a crazy amount of calories every day. That's all you have to do to gain weight. As for the year moving forward, I'm gonna try to get my mile down to about 5 minutes by March. That'll put me in good shape. I feel like if I want to run a marathon at a 5-minute mile pace, the first thing I need to do is be able to run 1 mile in 5 minutes. So hopefully by March I get my mile down pretty close to 5 minutes, and then I only have to work on extending it over the course of 26 miles. 2 days of the week I have my fast runs. So currently, just starting this month, I go 10.5 miles an hour for that. I need to get to 12 miles an hour. So every month I'm going to add half a mile an hour to that and hopefully finish off with 12. Hopefully shortly after that I can extend it to a mile, and then I'm going to focus on more endurance training. Right now it's speed because I need to get fast enough, and then it's going to go endurance, where I'm going to go on a lot more longer runs. Instead of going faster when I can do the whole mile, I'm going to extend it to maybe 3 miles before I actually go up in speed. That way I can focus on extending the distance so I can do it. Just get to the speed first. After I get the speed, just keep working on running longer distances every week. Starting in April or May, I'm gonna start doing road races, starting with 5Ks definitely, because those are gonna be a lot easier for me. And then as the year goes on, I'll start doing longer distances. You know, maybe I'll have a half marathon a couple months later. By the end of the year, sometime in the fall, maybe September or August. I don't know how late the marathons are going to go. I need to run a marathon in less than 3 hours so I can qualify for the Boston Marathon in 2026. So I'm going to be training hard to get my run 7-minute miles for the 26 miles. I don't think that's an issue. I'm probably 8 months ahead of that right now. I have 8 or 9 months to go. 7-minute miles for me are pretty easy. Feels like a light jog. I can breathe easy. I can run easy. The muscles aren't tired. So I'm not really too concerned about qualifying for the Boston Marathon. Maybe I'll have a tough time with the endurance. I'm not doing the endurance yet, but the speed is at least easy for me. I can breathe easy. Like I said, the muscles are having no problem. So hopefully I just continue with that trend and blast right through the 26 miles to qualify for the Boston Marathon in the spring. And that Boston Marathon is, of course, the end goal. Hopefully I'll be where I want to, and I can just still improve year after year. But that's the big mark. Hopefully I can at least run it well in 2026 if everything goes according to plan. I think I'll be all right with that. I don't know how fast I'll run it, but I think I'll get there. And I am supposed to become the heaviest marathon runner, and my weight isn't going in the right direction, but my plan is just to, for now, just make sure I'm eating more calories every day without too much of a plan. When I get closer to the actual marathon day, I'll start thinking a little bit more about that, but I'm just going to try to keep my weight moving in the right direction slowly. And who knows, if I need to make changes later on, I'll figure it out. But right now I'm not sweating too much about how many calories I'm eating. I'm just eating. And because the primary goal of all of this really is now to run the marathon fast. In the beginning, I really focused a lot on my weight, but now, because I've been seeing such drastic progress in my running, I really am more focused on running a fast Boston Marathon, even if I'm not full 210 pounds. I'll try to get to 210 pounds, but if I'm 190 and I can run it, the Boston Marathon, a lot faster, then, I might sacrifice my weight a little bit for a faster marathon, because I do want to finish well and fast. Hopefully this year I can post more progress videos and explain my training and just stay more consistent with posting, so people can see my progress of trying to become the heaviest marathon runner. But I'll see how that goes for the year. Last year I was just slacking a little bit more than I should have. I'm only 1 minute away from my current goal, so if anyone wants to follow along on the journey of seeing if I can become the heaviest marathon runner in the world, subscribe to the channel, post a comment, share with your friends, running friends, lifting friends, whatever, and let's just see if I can do it.